To save time, that's going to be where Keenum's going to try to work the ball on the boundary.
Keenum steps into it. Pass is caught. Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown! Unbelievable! Vikings win it!
All right. That was the game call for the winning game versus the Vikings versus Saints.
Joe Buck, dude, busted a nut.
I know. It was crazy. By the way, everybody, this is Dave.
Hey, everybody, it's Brandon.
Hey, but no, I tell you what, that game, it was the best one of the weekend, not because of that play either.
I totally agree. I agree. It was such a good game. It just, I think, a glimpse of things to come.
Oh, I agree. That whole, the comeback, I'll be honest with you, that last play I did not expect.
I looked like I was getting ready to post the score.
Yeah.
I had like everything written. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll just wait for the clock to run out here. And that happened, and I was just in total shock.
Yeah. I mean, like that stuff dreams are made of. Does that make sense? I mean, who would have thought that would have happened?
It was an amazing play. I don't want to pick on anybody, but the safety, Marcus Williams for the Saints, man, he totally missed that tackle, man. It drove me nuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm still speechless, and, we're, 2 days out of it? You know what I mean?
Played amazing. Case Keenum had a great game, too. I mean, that was just such a good game.
Yeah, it was. Breeze, he came back, brought it. They'd go down field goal. That play, because he caught it. They were in field goal range, right?
I don't know. He went 61 yards on that last play.
Okay, maybe it was more upfield than I thought. But, I thought catch it, get out of bounds, but it just happened so quick. Next thing you know, he's wide open. And the look on everyone's faces.
Yeah, and I mean, New Orleans was down 17-0 at halftime. A lot of people online were, the Saints are dead in the water, and So, I mean, I actually thought the Saints had it. I mean, who didn't?
Well, especially with Breeze. I mean, that team, they've had their ups and downs this year, but they're a solid team. You didn't expect a missed tackle for the game-winning touchdown. You know what I mean?
Right. I think a lot of it, it's easy to do now that it's over. But I know we texted back and forth during the game about Sean Payton's challenges.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And those were – one of them was terrible, I think.
Yeah. I did not like the second one.
Right.
And, I had texted to you, the day after, if he wouldn't have done those challenges, you think maybe they would have pulled it off. Because they've stopped that clock. Minnesota would have ran more clock off.
Well, you mean New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right. I agree. I think, yeah, they would have had the luxury of getting the ball where they wanted, but I don't know. It's hard. It's tough to say, but
well, you can sit here and say, if he wouldn't have challenged those plays, that he would have, they would have won. Well, what's to say they would have picked those same plays?
Right, and I know they had to go for it on fourth down. I think a couple times on that drive. So I mean,
yeah,
timeouts wouldn't have mattered much going for it on fourth downs. So
it was a great ending to a great NFL playoff weekend.
It was the best game of the weekend for sure, I think.
Now, what would you put the Jags Steelers second?
I think so, just because I wasn't surprised, but obviously that was an upset.
Oh, without a doubt.
And I know I actually texted you during the game talking about kind of like I think the Jags are the king of the AFC South for a while to come.
Oh, no, they and I foresee him holding on to it. It's not a fluke. You know what I mean? It's not one that's just like, they're going to have a year or two that's good. I think this team could, be a dynasty like the Colts were back in the day.
And, the Steelers, dude, they played pretty good. Roethlisberger had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown had 2 touchdowns, 132 yards. They didn't play a terrible game. They got outplayed by Jacksonville.
Big Ben, he comes back. I know we've talked about it before, about, Roethlisberger possibly retiring and everything. But does he come back next year?
I think so. The only thing that I watched the last 5 minutes of that game was Mike Tomlin's spit, froze in his beard. It was driving me crazy.
I did not see that.
Yeah, they just kept showing Mike Tomlin in his frozen beard spit.
I'm gonna have to get on Google now and check that out.
Yeah, type in Bukkake.
Bukkake.
Yeah, type in Bukkake. That should probably get you to where you want to go.
Is that Japanese for?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, for very flooded.
Very, very flooded. Now, how do I go? How do I transition? So, hey, see y'all next time.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Everybody's like, thank God.
Did the Jags have a chance against the Patriots?
I have to give them a pretty good chance, man.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville is going to give the Patriots a harder time than the Vikings or the Eagles would.
I agree. If the Patriots get past the Jags, I think they're the better team than the Vikings and the Eagles.
Oh yeah, no, there's no argument over here.
I think the toughest test comes Sunday against the Jags.
Now, who do you got in the Vikings versus Eagles?
Oh man, that's going to be such a good game. I gotta go Vikings.
Yeah, the NFL has to be going crazy right now because this is the first time ever that a team that's hosting the Super Bowl, their team is actually playing the final round to go to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and 3 of these 4 teams have never won a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Which is gigantic.
So, I mean, we got kind of a pretty big storyline, in the next few weeks with that.
Yeah, the Eagles have to play better. That showing against the Falcons 15-10, I was not impressed with anything they did.
I agree.
I don't want to be too harsh. They got the dinners, but I don't know. I was out of all the teams, the 4 teams that won, the Eagles were the least impressive team.
Yeah, I like the Vikings over the Eagles because I really like, not because of the play that minus that play, but in a tough situation, Keenum he dug in and played football.
Yeah, and there was times where Foles just didn't look sharp. He never really settled into that game at all.
Sure.
He wasn't bad. He was 23 of 30, 246 yards, but no touchdowns, no interceptions. He didn't look ready. But they won, so.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But in the same sense, if he's not looking ready now, how's he going to be looking ready, if they win and then in 3 weeks? Can he get ready?
I don't know. I think that the home field helps, obviously, and they don't have to travel. I think that helps, but I just the momentum that Minnesota's got to be riding is either going to take them and they're going to slice right through the Eagles, or they're going to have like a hangover from this game.
Yeah, because they're gonna. I mean, everybody's gonna be trying to watch, see if there's gonna be a big play.
Yeah, it's the real challenge is gonna begin. These Final Four is gonna be very interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna try summing this up the best way I can, and correct me if I'm wrong. The Vikings. I mean that last play minus that was pure luck. I mean, any way you watch it, that dude missed the tackle.
Right.
You know, it looked like he was going for the legs.
Well, he just lowered his head.
Yeah.
And it just, so bad.
But before that, you know, earlier in the game, you know, the Vikings look good. I just worry that if they play like the Patriots, Brady ain't going to give them that cushion.
No.
Yeah.
Right. They're not going to play. They're not going to make a whole lot of mistakes.
No. And I just hope they can get, if the Vikings go, because that's kind of a Cinderella story in itself. So, you know, hopefully they can make something happen.
And it shows. I've been looking at the weather for everywhere. Philly for Sunday, high of 51, low of 36, and that's about the same way it's going to be in New England. So I don't think weather is going to be a factor unless it's going to be windy.
Oh, no, yeah.
So it's going to be unseasonably warm in both Philly and Foxborough.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I enjoy the outdoor stadiums. You know, do I wish it was cold and snowy? Yeah. Okay. Do I wish it was cold? Yeah. But you know, the snow, it depends on how much. You know, you get to that Colts-Bills game like they had. It was fun to watch
Right.
as a regular season game. You know what I mean?
Okay. Right. Did you happen to see the 99-year-old Vikings fan, Millie?
I heard about it. And Roger Goodell, I heard Roger Goodell, and I hope I'm not jumping on what you're going to say, but I seen Roger Goodell pretty much break his neck to get down there and give her tickets.
Yeah, and what's weird is I guess she left with him, and then an hour later she was hashtagging me too.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's breaking news.
That
Right
I didn't want to. I know. No, but yeah, I seen Goodell down there. Well, here's the deal. I heard they're calling it the Millie Miracle, the play.
The Millie Miracle.
Yeah, but I heard that she. I'm reading a headline right now from the Star Tribune. It says Millie to Philly. Like the fans are pushing for her to go to Philadelphia for the game. Dude, they'd kill her there.
Yeah. Yeah. Can she travel that far?
They booed Santa Claus there.
Yeah. Some old lady, that's going to be prime pickings.
Yeah, Millie wouldn't last in Philly. Millie to Philly. I just thought it was a really awesome story.
No, it is. You know, and it's a good PR thing, especially if Minnesota gets in.
Yeah, they have like a mascot.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of looked like a Viking.
Yeah, she says she probably fucked a Viking. That's how old she is.
I heard. Yeah, I heard that's true. That's the case. That's how she got in and getting these free tickets.
The Me Too wasn't on Roger Goodell. It was actually on George Washington.
Yeah, hashtag. Hashtag Abe Lincoln.
But it showed her her favorite drink is a screwdriver with a dash of cranberry juice.
What?
Yeah, and it showed her like fucking sucking him down on the sidelines. It was hilarious. It was so cool.
She was probably half blitzed.
Yeah. She likes dark meat.
I guess.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. And again, we'll see you next time, folks. No, like I said, it's a good feel-good story. I mean, look, let's be real, okay? Let's go dark here for a minute. All right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. This is probably her only chance. So, come on, Vikings. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, it's just like the fans are pushing for her to go
Well,
there. She's like a good luck charm.
What I'm saying is she might not be alive next year.
Right. She might not be alive next week.
Yeah.
Holy
Is
shit.
she still alive? We need a Millie timer up.
Holy hell.
Yeah, I know. You took it there.
I had sex with Fran Tarkington.
No, I got. Well, here's the thing. You know, she had to work for them Super Bowl tickets because they ain't cheap, right?
Well, think about Super Bowl tickets, but yeah, those tickets, dude, their stadium's awesome, by the way. Minnesota's.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Very cool. I just thought it was really cool that there's still stories like that out there because, you know, the way society is now, there's not a whole lot of good stories.
No, it's all negativity and all that stuff. Even in sports anymore.
Yeah, nothing good. Everything is LeBron's fucking falling and the Cavs are dying and nothing's good. Everything's bad.
Now, I did see some. Can you kind of, I don't know if you did, let me know. I kind of seen it in my hectic day today. Something about some Cavs players are speaking out about some troubles within the organization. Did I read that right?
All I seen today was one that the Cavaliers were trying to the visiting team's locker room. They've cut off the hot water. So the visiting team has to take cold showers, which is awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know. It's unfair. I didn't see that. The last thing I seen was they were getting a lip reader to read LeBron's lips when he was going irate on the sidelines the other night.
Really?
Yeah, that was just too much for me. I was like, oh, that's too much.
So wait, what were they trying to get? Like,
they wanted to know what he said when LeBron was over there yelling at his teammates. They were all kind of sitting down, a few of them standing up, but he was yelling at them. And they fucking hired a lip reader. I didn't look at it any further. I just thought,
why?
That's just so stupid.
Why? I mean, what's the point? He's yelling at his teammates.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what he said.
Yeah.
I don't care what he said. But no, elaborate. What did you hear about the trouble in Cleveland?
No, I that's why I kind of brought it up. I didn't get to read it. I meant to go back earlier this evening, but I seen it. I didn't know if you seen it come across, so that's why I kind of asked you.
No, for some reason they haven't put a ticker on the bottom of Pornhub, so I miss everything now.
Yeah, I know. Pornhub quality A stuff.
Get a ticker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus, run some news at the bottom of the screen. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta watch something every now and then.
Yeah, through the talking.
Well, the lip reading.
Yeah.
Okay, Celtics. They're on a 7-game win streak. How they looking to you?
They're still the Celtics. They're just playing great basketball. I personally I've been watching Toronto. I just been keeping my eye on Toronto. I think they're going to hold that second seed.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. Cleveland being on a 4-game losing streak, that could turn around. But they're 2-8 in the last 10. They can turn it around. I mean, they got LeBron, you know what I mean? But I foresee the Raptors staying in 2.
Yeah, I think so. Other than that, I think it's like business as usual out there. I think it's nice to see the Pacers get back on track. I was really worried that they were digging themselves a hole they couldn't get out of.
Yeah, No, when they were dangling around that 8 seed, 7 seed, yeah. But the Heat, they're 8-2 of their last 10.
Yeah, they're looking great. They might be, honestly, they might be the hottest team in the East right now besides the Celtics.
Yeah, oh yeah. And I could easily see them. I could see the Cavaliers even dropping down to the 5th seed. That would be like doomsday, I would think, in Cleveland, right?
Yeah, I would not. I think that 5-6 seed is the most dangerous spot in the playoffs because that's who you play first.
Yeah.
The 1 plays the 8, the 2, the 7,
Sure.
the 3, the 6. That 4 and 5 matchup is, man, it's always so tough, I think. And you don't want to slide there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I hope the Pacers move up. Maybe because I want to see them have home court advantage. The fans need it after last year. And let me ask you this: how them making the playoffs? That's a good year for them, right? Even if they just make the playoffs, lose first round.
Absolutely, I think so because this was. If you look at some of the freaking headlines and some of the articles before the season started, this was a lost season. Yeah. This was 100% rebuilding. Don't expect much from these guys, and look at what they're doing.
Yeah, their Oladipo, he is putting in work, without a doubt. Could you see the 76ers pulling up in that 8th seed soon?
Yeah, Detroit right now is just so inconsistent.
Yeah, I'm looking here. 4 out of 6 out of their last 10.
Yeah, they're 9-14 on the road this year. And they're losing to bad teams on the road. They're so inconsistent. They have talent, and I want them to do good, but I don't know, man. Philly's looking good, but I don't know.
A few weeks ago we were talking about the Bulls being kind of the surprise team in the East.
Stop Bulls.
Do you see them making the playoffs?
I don't. But I think they're just a little too far out of it. They're 10 games under 500 right now. They're going to have a spectacular second half of the season.
Sure. Now, out west, it's all pretty much, as you said, business as usual, correct? To you?
Yeah, dude, Golden State, they're 20-3 on the road, man. They're tough.
Yeah. The only team that can beat them, I feel, in the West is either the Rockets or the Spurs. Nothing against the Timberwolves or even the Thunder. But I don't think Paul George couldn't handle the pressure in Indy. Yeah, he has, Westbrook and Carmelo, but I don't foresee. I don't see them upsetting them. It'd be the Spurs or the Rockets, I feel.
Yeah, I like how Minnesota's playing right now, but again, with experience, you got to go the Spurs. Popovich, who's by far and away the best coach in the league. Almost every year he's been in the league.
But the Lakers could make a drive for it.
Yeah. Hey, they won 4 in a row there I think.
Yeah. What was Ball in during that time?
I think in 2 of the games he missed.
Well, there we go. Now,
and they've went ahead and put Luke Walton on the chopping block too. It looks like.
Really?
Which is a really fucking bad call.
Now, okay, I gotta ask because earlier in the year or before the season started, around draft time, they were talking about how they wanted Luke Walton to be kind of their franchise coach for the next decade or whatever. They wanted him. Since LeVar Ball came out with those comments, you don't think he's having some sway within that organization, do you?
The odd part of it is I didn't think he would, and as a week has gone by, it seems like he has, which is very fucking odd. That guy's toxic.
Yeah. He's
He's got inside Magic Johnson's head for some reason.
Yeah, because it just, he had mentioned, a month ago, he didn't like the coach. He didn't like Luke Walton, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Not even he said. He said he's lost. Like Luke Walton has lost the like the players don't want to play for Luke Walton anymore. He's lost the team, kind of.
Does LeVar Ball come coach the Lakers?
Then it would be a shithole.
Yeah, it would be. And I would gladly say it's a shithole.
The Haiti Lakers.
But here's the thing. In the back of your head, you're talking, you think he don't have any sway within the organization. But then you kind of think, like, tinfoil hat here, does he? I mean,
I know. It seems like by 2020, all the Laker players are going to be big baller shoe wearers.
yeah, I can't believe, again, it could be coincidence, but it just, the perception, I don't know. That whole family's toxic.
Yeah, well, how about the ball boys tearing it up over there in Lithuania, dude?
I heard they each scored 100. Is that true?
Yeah, they've got 5 goats now.
They got 5 goats.
Yeah, they've got their own posse. They got a stable now.
Damn.
No, I sent you that article where they scored 0 points the other night.
Yeah, I know. In Lithuania. Now, I'm sure these guys are good. You know what I mean? The people they're going against. I mean, I'm sure they're not, Duggars. But, it's one of them things where they got to... I mean, Daddy's over here saying, hey, they're going to play for the Lakers. And neither of them score?
Yeah, straight donuts, and it's not good.
No, what were you going to say? You're going to say
something. No, I just don't understand why. I just don't understand any of it. They're a fucking mess, dude.
Yeah. What is Magic Johnson thinking to let him go around and talk about the Lakers like this?
I don't know. And at one point, you think Magic Johnson has to shut the fuck up, too.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It seems like he stokes the fire a little bit too much. Go ahead.
No.
I just feel like it's like a bunch of fucking kids. They're like a bunch of fucking kids.
I wonder if he kind of was just like, look, we're going to kind of ride this wave and see how it goes. And he's too dug in deep to, you know what I mean? Be like, no, never mind. Like, here's the thing. You had mentioned you thought LeVar Ball looked sick.
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying anything. I'm not breaking any news. I'm just throwing tinfoil hat, okay? Did Magic Johnson give LeVar Ball AIDS?
Maybe he had AIDS before, and that's what's brought them closer as their HIV buddies.
They have the HIV together.
Yes, the HIV. They're HIV brothers.
Wow. Well, they're both bald.
Dude, I am reading an article on Sports Illustrated that says over 1 million people tuned in to watch Jello and Mello play in Lithuania.
I gotta see something more than a Sports Illustrated article on that.
Yes, but that to me, if there's 1 million people that tuned into that, our society's way worse off than I thought we were.
But see, I don't believe it. I believe it's maybe like misleading.
I didn't even know it was on TV.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have watched it if it was. I mean, I would rather take fucking razor blades and apples and eat it than watch them two play.
It was on NBC Lithuania. No, I don't know what channel it was on.
The GOAT channel.
Yeah, all goats all the time, except for tonight at 10. The LeVar Ball boys. Good God. Why? How do we always go to LeVar Ball, dude?
Because he's a disease to just in general society.
Yeah, he's like a genital wart.
He pops up. I think I could edit something where he would be one on the head of a dick. I'm just saying.
I'm thinking more of the gooch.
I can. Well, I will get it to you tonight.
Oh God,
dude. Why? How do we get involved? I mean, why? How do we? We're cursed. I heard a rumor. Okay, that if you say his name 3 times in the bathroom, lights off, he'll appear in your mirror.
I thought, yeah, I've heard that, and Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, and he brings you a pair of Big Baller brand shoes that you got to pay for. He ain't
Super Nintendo Sega Genesis. Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, he shows up in your bathroom with a fucking, y'all motherfuckers owe me $300.
Yeah. Pay up.
Yeah. Whoa, turn them lights on, player. Give me that $300.
$300 for shoes. I love it. We need a Davenport Sports Network shoe.
Yeah, $1,000 for just one.
Yeah, that's just laces.
That's the left one. Right one don't come out till June, player.
Yeah. We'll get Brandon specials.
Yeah. You get us a pocket to put tater tots in.
Yeah. Hell, all I'm saying is somebody out there would buy it. Because you know why? People are buying their stuff.
Dude, it's got to be kids, right? It's got to be like 18 and under, right?
Yeah. Right? Maybe like LA area, right?
Well, when we were in LA, there was nothing there of him. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I mean, no, but because why would you have that stuff? I mean, but...
Well, when you walk down Sunset and stuff, there's like advertisements on buildings for everything, every movie, every Kobe to fucking TV shows. It's just crazy.
But he don't need the he don't need to pay for advertisement.
No, he's like Logan Paul. Have you heard about this kid? Do you know who I'm talking about? The Pauls? Jake Paul?
No.
Oh, God. You don't want to... You're not going to open this Pandora's box. We'll move on. You don't want to know about the Pauls. They're kind of like the Balls.
Okay, first of all, you don't say, hey, you want to know something really cool? And then say, well, screw you, we're going to move on. They're like these YouTube kids. And they like do like really shitty music, but then they like do videos now too. He's the kid that showed the guy. It's like, imagine if Tom Green wasn't funny. Okay.
Or like if he was like a millennial. Or imagine like Johnny Knoxville if he was just like a rich douchebag kid.
They're called the Poles?
Yeah. I can't. Jake and Logan Paul. They're like demons from hell, dude. And I'm not dogging on Johnny Knoxville or Tom Green. I'm just saying they're that style. They're just not funny. They do like supposedly outrageous things, but there's no humor involved. They're awful, and their parents are awful, and they're just pieces of shit. And they remind me of the Balls and the Kardashians. They make the Kardashians look good.
Damn. The only thing that makes them look good is AIDS.
Yo, Kanye. You like fish sticks?
Fish.
What did you say, motherfucker?
You're a gay fish. You like gay fish.
Are you looking up the polls?
Yes.
Don't do it.
I look. The dude has a haircut.
Oh, don't even get started with their just everything from head to toe is just douche.
And what do? They're just They try to be like a jackass, but less funny.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. No, they do a lot of like really bad music videos. Like they think they're like artists or something, but they're not. They're shitty. But then they do like videos where he was like in Japan and like he would just like buy a squid, and then he would just be like walking around the street twirling the squid, and it's just like that's it.
Okay, I'm looking at a picture of him. All right. Okay. Now I'm just throwing this out here. The one with the longer hair. Okay. Like you don't. I don't know I don't know these kids. You know what I mean? But I'm like, okay, I can stand to look at him. Now his brother, I want to punch in the face. I do. I want to take a 2x4, hit him, and help the kid out.
They look like they are fucking strung out on coke, dude.
They probably are, or they've lost their surfboard. I don't know.
They look like surfer type, but there are like rich, spoiled asshole kids that don't do shit.
Damn it. They're 20 years old, and these fuckers are just doing nothing with their lives but make YouTube videos. Okay,
it's bad, dude.
Brandon, hear me out.
Yeah. Okay.
We gotta grow our hair out, move to California, and do, like, bro stuff.
I cannot wear those clothes, dude. I can't wear those clothes.
But, bro, see,
I can't wear that. That's not fat guy material.
I can't. How do we get to the balls? The
Pauls and the balls, because they're like one and the same. It's like you can't. I don't understand how LeVar Ball registers with people. I don't. It's the same way that these fucking assholes. How? Why? How has it come to this?
The thing when LeVar Ball talks, he just sounds like a complete fucking idiot. Like I can't. Like I want to gouge my eyes out with my fingers. Okay, and just die. The dude just, oh my, yeah, I'm getting pissed now.
Dude, oh my God, he's going to do a movie, LeVar Ball.
What?
Yeah, Philadelphia 2 with Tom Hanks. They're going to both have lesions.
Like you can't set me up for that thinking, why he's really going to start acting and do that. I would like to see him a real life Castaway. That's just my 2 cents.
Hey, that's your new catchphrase.
What?
That's just my 2 cents.
That's just my 2 cents.
You have to say that.
Oh, okay, that is officially right here mine.
It's like, and now the rest of the story. You're the fucking. And that's my 2 cents. Oh, God. Dude, that's perfect.
I know, right? Look, I'm like Charlie Sheen without the AIDS. I make jingles and I make catchphrases.
Tiger blood.
Yeah, dude, we have talked about AIDS a lot.
I know. I feel like I got it now.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, oh, God. Yeah, everybody. Let's talk about Ryan White. No.
Oh, I was going to go there, but...
Freddie Mercury.
So, okay, let's go back to the NFL. Because I got some questions for you.
And I got answers.
I was on Reddit earlier, and just like scanning through, I'm on an Oakland Raiders subreddit, okay?
Oh, boy.
And they were talking about people, cutting space for cap room, stuff like that.
Oh boy.
And Marshawn Lynch came up. They said that he was the biggest or he carried a lot of the weight in production on the offense. I tend to agree or disagree with that statement. This is just my 2 cents. See what I did there?
Yes.
Cutting. Not because of the whole fucking anthem stuff. I just didn't like the way he played for Oakland last year.
No, the way they talk about him, it's like they have to say that because he's like some prima donna that'll fly off the handle if he reads like bad press. That's how I'm taking it.
Yeah. But the thing is, how him and Gruden ain't gonna get along. You know that, right?
It's going to be very interesting. I am not 100% sure that they're going to gel.
You're gonna know before the season starts. You know what I mean? Because there's gonna be tension. If Gruden don't like what he's doing, Gruden's gonna tell him.
Yeah, yes, we'll know this but in training camp if he shows.
But Crabtree, does he stay or go?
I think you got to keep him, don't you? Unless they get somebody that I didn't know about.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. I'd take another year on him. You know what I mean?
I would, yeah, definitely.
Say, look, either you're going to make it or break. You know what I mean? You're going to either sink or swim.
Yeah, and our depth at wide receiver is terrible. Seth Roberts played like shit this year.
Mm-hmm. Again, I'm ready for the season to start because I want to see what this team has to offer.
Okay,
go ahead.
So say this. Say these words. I've got some questions for you. Say that.
I got some questions for you.
And I've got answers. How's that for my catchphrase?
I like it.
All right.
I like it. Can we trademark these?
We'll talk to Gene Simmons. He's trademarked everything.
I mean, we could be making like quarter off every time somebody says something along those lines. Now, granted, probably not. We ain't gonna make a lot of money, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Okay. So do you think Marshawn Lynch will suit up for the Raiders in Week 1?
He's got to.
I think so. Yeah.
If he don't suit up, he's gone. They're not going to let his contract just sit there. You know what I mean? Okay,
so let me tell you something. What do you think is? So I'm just letting everybody know right now. Sometimes we don't jump on breaking news that is like he's expected to sign with this team or he's expected to.
Uh-huh.
We wait till it's official.
Exactly.
Because we don't know if Josh McDaniels and Josh McRoberts are going to be the Colts. They're coming together.
Well, Josh McRoberts, he'll be a good fit for the team.
I think so. He should come back and play for the Pacers.
No, I seen that it was an alleged per sources, and that's too fishy for me. That seems like. Now I'm just playing like I trying to think like a GM here. All right.
Right.
I could see Ballard almost leaking something like that. Because, again, Tennessee that day fired their coach.
Right.
So, their name was really getting involved with McRoberts.
McDaniels. Right. McChicken.
McChicken. So, I think maybe they kind of leaked that out per sources to kind of get Tennessee off his tail.
I never even thought of that. That's an extremely good point.
Because, again, it's per sources.
Right, and nothing's set in stone. And after that was released, that night there was a thing on ESPN on the app. It said, "Is Mick Roberts a good fit for Tennessee?" And I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
The NFL just reported 6 hours ago that he's pretty much a lock in Indy."
Yeah, per sources. Well, what's the source? Was it Ballard? Not necessarily Ballard, but it makes you wonder if he didn't say somebody lower, you know what I mean, that knows that Davenport or whatever, say we're offering him a job. Because, again, it's all reported. There's nothing breaking.
Right, and and not to burst anybody's bubble, I'm not being a naysayer here, but Josh McDaniels did not have the greatest of records the 2 seasons in Denver.
No.
And he went right back to New England.
Here's what I think. Again, this is my 2 cents.
I love it.
Okay. I think, me personally, that a lot of the fans here are excited because Andrew Luck's going to be supposedly coming back, and they want to compare him to Tom Brady. But I am not saying he is comparable. Okay, I am not. I want to clarify that. But fans want to. They're. You know what I mean?
I think they're hoping for Tom Brady like success.
Sure.
I don't necessarily think. I hope they don't think that he's as good, because he's not. Nobody is. But I think they are hoping for that kind of success in Indy, and maybe that's the place McMahon should be. Josh McMahon. Maybe that's the place. No, seriously, that might be. Maybe Indy is the place he should have been instead of Denver.
Now, okay, I got a question.
And I got answers.
Yes. Okay. Obviously, McDaniels, not McRoberts, is a coach for the New England Patriots.
Correct the bundo.
He was there. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was there during Spygate.
You are correct, sir.
Okay, do you see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of got this kind of tidbit. Dad posted that allegedly thing. I don't know if you've seen it.
I did. I did.
He put on there pretty much said, what the hell y'all think about, you know what I mean, New England Patriots coach becoming your head coach? And it kind of rings true. I mean, he's got a point in the fact that, McDaniels was there during Spygate, so he obviously had a role in it somehow.
Exactly,
quote
yeah.
unquote, supposedly.
Deflategate.
Against their team,
right.
The Colts. But now that he comes, I mean, they should hate the guy, right?
Oh, he's going to come.
McRoberts and McDaniels.
McMahon. No. Look, here's my philosophy on that. If this dude gets some wins, I don't care. If John Gruden kicks a baby before every game and we go out and win, bring on the babies.
Damn, the baby kicker.
Yeah, I just want to win. So if he wins, I think all is forgiven. If he goes there and he stinks it up, holy shit, they'll have him for breakfast.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me put in some context for you. Andy Reid comes coach the Raiders. But that you got to look. That's how that rivalry is. You know what I mean? The Colts and Patriots, they have a rivalry. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to put it in perspective of.
Right. Well, if we win, it's all good, dude.
Yeah.
Hand jobs all around. Bud jobs.
Bud jobs.
No, seriously, I just want to win, and I don't care. Get Kaepernick. If he throws 50 touchdowns in a season, I shit on the fucking flag. I don't care. Win. Win, man.
Okay, let me ask this. Is Kaepernick better than Carr?
At probably fucking... no. Fuck no.
I just wanted to ask.
He's probably got a better fro.
Oh, for show.
Carr's got better eyelashes, though.
Yeah, he does.
I get lost when he flickers them.
Yeah, especially in that insurance commercial.
Yeah, or in the hospital bed when he breaks something.
Yeah, right around.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay, I got another question for you.
And I've got the answers.
Did you catch there's a huge game tonight in basketball? Okay, did you catch it?
Oh boy, who was it?
It was the Crawfordsville Athenians versus
Oh boy,
McCutcheon Mavericks. Did you catch it?
is it over?
I don't know. I have not seen an update from our buddy.
Um, I am. I did not know they played. I'm sorry. I get lost in the videos sometimes, and I forget. I forget everything.
I'm saying. I mean, it's 9:00. These kids got to go to bed, by 10, right? So, last video that was updated was the Verd team warm up.
I think there was one where. Wait, what did you just say?
The Verd team warm up.
Oh,
VIR.
that's varsity, Dave.
I'm sorry.
That's varsity, Dave. That's short. That's his version. The shall remain nameless. I'm trying to find the score. Is that even possible?
Probably not, right? I mean,
Because we cover like Division 3 schools and 2 schools, and they like have their own websites where it's like a live stream kind of the game.
yeah, which, in all seriousness, Wabash College tomorrow heads down to Greencastle. It's a 7:30 game. I plan on watching it here, but against DePaul. So last time I think a team of Wabash played them was when they lost the bell.
Right. I wonder? Obviously, they're rivals in football. That has to carry over onto the basketball court, right?
Yeah, I kind of, in many of the talkings I had with the coach there, Coach Kyle Brummett, he I kind of asked him, and he said, yeah, he goes, there's still a rivalry. He goes, the Bell game gets a lot of the hype, but the fans really come out for that game.
Right. I'm sure if they play in tennis, they're fucking,
Yeah, they gotta be.
Right? I mean, I'm just assuming. Because I got to thinking to myself, I never went to the DePaul Wabash basketball game.
Now, they do play, I think, in February. I could be wrong. It could be end of this month. I think, because they play each team twice. DePaul comes up here. They play on like a Saturday.
I don't want to go too far off of this, but I like when schools like that play twice. They should.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, Purdue and IU would play each other twice in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm getting old now, and I can't remember things. But I'm pretty sure back in the day, Michigan State played twice a year.
Yeah.
Not counting Big Ten tournament if they met there. They had a home and away game every year.
Well, what's nice is, especially around here, again, we don't have, your Purdue and stuff, but we have Wabash College, and, that's kind of one of them things where we, we embrace it. I mean, this community does. You lived here, But,
right.
Them going down there, they're playing on their home court, and then now they're coming up, playing on ours. And, in football it'd be difficult to do because, they push for that one game.
Right.
But, there's got to be a big rivalry there. I mean, like I said, Kyle Brummett, he was an assistant coach down there before he came here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had mentioned it in the one of the first interviews I had with him, and I kind of asked him how'd that go, and one thing he said was he obviously he loves the college, all that stuff, but the drive, what I mean, for that rivalry and stuff, and he wanted to be a part of it and lead a team, so. I wish the best of luck. I'll be watching, secretly rooting on, and we'll see.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to get you down here and catch one of them games.
We do. I gotta make my way down there.
Definitely. Maybe we can get a interview set up with him again, and you know what I mean. We could chat with him and maybe have a 15, 20-minute interview.
Yeah, that'd be great. I want to go to one of the games, honestly.
Okay, I know this is kind of whatever. This is like off-air talk, but it's kind of one of them things where, you know, you go to Purdue, like a Purdue game, the game's over, you get up out of your seat and you head to your car. There, it's just so much more personal. Like, after every game, the team and all the Wabash, even the Wabash alumni that are there, get out on the court and do the school song.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you know, I never went there. You know, it's what it is. But, you know, I appreciate that. I respect that. So, it's definitely a good time. I'll have to get you down here.
Yeah, and you know what? I like that you put your 2 cents in.
Yeah, dang it.
Did I just steal that?
You did. I was getting ready to say, and that's my 2 cents. But you had to take that. Like, since you said that, I was like, I'm going to build up this beautiful speech. You know?
I stepped on it.
Kind of do like a Pat Sajak thing. And, you know, you ruined it.
Just say, have your pets spayed and neutered.
Now, wait a minute. I can't edit this to where...
Yeah, I would.
When we get off the air, I'm just going to say, I'm going to record, and that's what
Just, you have to end the show that way, though.
Okay, I will.
Okay, all right.
We are getting close. We are getting close to the end.
Oh, shit.
So, I don't have any more questions for you.
Because I've answered them all. We're going to have to work on that.
Are you trying to sound like Batman?
Batman sounds like this. Dude, why would Christian Bale make that choice to do that voice?
It's horrible, right?
Or are we still talking... Affleck kind of...
Have you seen any of the Affleck Batmans?
I have seen bits and pieces. I'm not into superhero movies.
Look, that's my kind of guilty pleasure, I guess. You know, I grew up loving them. You know, everybody says Christian, like everybody says, what's his face? Heath Ledger's the best Joker.
Okay.
Me, Ben Affleck as Batman is the best Batman.
I would have to say he might be the best actor who's played Batman.
Better than Val Kilmer?
I like Val Kilmer, dude. I actually just watched a Val Kilmer movie this evening.
I was better than Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton is not my cup of tea because he's like 5'7".
Sure. Yeah.
Christian Bale is awesome, but his Batman was not the greatest.
Dude, the whole time during the Dark Knight trilogy, I was like waiting for him to get like a chainsaw and a raincoat and cut people up. Like I was having a Psycho flashbacks.
Fucking Bateman Batman, Patrick Bateman Batman.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to cut up, you know, a hooker or something.
Or like when he leaves, he's like, "Hey, I gotta go return some videotapes."
Okay. Now we're totally getting off of sports here, but I want to keep this going for a minute.
Okay.
The end of American Psycho. Did he dream it all, or did he kill them all?
I think he killed them all, and he lived in such a vain, odd world where everyone is so self-involved that nobody notices what happens.
Okay, fair enough.
Which I've never read the book, which I should be ashamed of myself for.
Well, the first time I ever watched it was with you, so. You know, I've always kind of, you know, that kind of theory that, you know, he just kind of imagined it all, the killings, that none of them died or whatever. You know, that kind of, I always kind of wanted to ask you, and now I have it recorded. So.
All right.
Yeah, I know, right? And.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt Damon.
Oh.
Well, that's What? Do you have something to say, Matt?
No, I'm trying to think of a Matt Damon movie that I've seen all the way through.
See, now, I don't know if I should be ashamed, which he was in it and he was with Affleck, but I've seen that Dogma.
Okay, I was going to say Dogma, and The Departed.
I've watched The Martian, and that was.
I didn't see The Martian.
You're not missing much. He's on Mars and he lives. Just saying. Spoiler
Oh,
alert.
spoiler alert!
You didn't know
Well,
he
yeah.
lived?
I'm assuming who's going to kill off Matt Damon?
Mars? The fucking planet?
Right, that's probably a pretty good matchup. But, well, actually, what planet? Oh, it was on Mars. I was wondering if it was on planet Ditka.
Now, who'd win in a fight? A black hole Ditka? Or a planet named Ditka?
A black hole Ditka?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude, that just sounds weird.
Yeah, I know.
It sounds like some kind of I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like.
No, go with it. Just go with the flow.
Nah, I'm good. It sounds like Black Hole Ditka sounds like the title of a cuckold movie.
Well, I was going to ask, is it something you see it on Pornhub?
It's cuckold, yeah.
God damn.
Black Hole Ditka. What are you doing to my wife?
Oh, my God. And on that note.
Well, I'm glad I had some answers to your questions.
Yes. Yes, you did. And I just have one thing to say about it.
What's that?
That's my 2 cents. See you
See you
next
next
time.
time.